What's going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Eat your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. Got a couple cases for you. 2 traffic and then 1 just weird one. Both traffic matters are in front of Magistrate. Why am I struggling? I'm missing his name right now. All right, he's out of Florida. You've all seen him before. I've covered him a lot. So we got 2 cases in front of the magistrate, both traffic cases, and then we have 1 weirdo. That's what we have. All right, let's go. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
This is 24RO06867. It's a ticket that was issued on the 22nd of August of this last year, about 1:39 in the morning, in the area of Royal Oak near Lincoln and West Streets. And you were cited driving without due care and caution.
Correct.
The options you have this morning are 3. You can admit responsibility, you can deny responsibility, or you can admit responsibility with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed?
Deny.
Sure. I don't know if your connection.
I wish to deny responsibility.
You wish to deny responsibility. If you'd raise your right hands,
Correct.
please. If you'd raise your right hands. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
I do.
Mr. Conjure?
I said yes.
The officer will testify first.
Yes, Your Honor. At August 22nd, 2024, roughly 1:30 in the morning, I was dispatched to an accident in the area of Lincoln and West. There was a vehicle that was parked on the north side of Lincoln, and Mr. Conjure was driving another vehicle that was traveling west on Lincoln, and he struck a parked vehicle. When speaking to him, I believe he said that he was distracted and he had dropped something and he was reaching for something in or around his driver's seat. And then since then, Mr. Conja I would just like the court to be known that Mr. Conja has been cited for driving 77 miles an hour at Woodward and 10 Mile. And he was also cited for a red light violation in January. So that's November of 24, January of 2025. That's my testimony, Your Honor. I have no further motions.
Conjure?
Okay. Citing my other tickets, I'm not really sure why we're citing those, but both of those were inaccurate. But going back to the original thing, I told the officer that there was an animal in the road and I was trying to swerve to miss it, and that's what made me struck it. He also began to tell me, he started asking me questions, and this is not even the officer that I actually spoke with the whole entire time. He spoke to me for like 2 minutes, and then his partner that was with him took the rest of my, I'll call it statement, but they didn't even hear my side of the story. They just saw the car was hit, and then they just automatically assumed my guilt without actually knowing what exactly happened. Neither one of the officers actually took my testimony. So how they could assume what happened, I understand that I did hit that us, but you guys didn't get my side of the story. In the police report, they also put down that I was injured. I was not injured. And I was told that an ambulance was dispatched by my insurance, which it was not. So why are we going down this path when a lot of these things didn't happen?
Well, let's address what did happen.
Mm-hmm.
Were you driving a vehicle on the 22nd day of August?
I was.
Were you driving that vehicle on Lincoln Avenue in the city of Royal Oak at about 1:30 in the morning.
Yes,
Did you hit a stationary object?
correct.
Was that stationary object a motor vehicle that was parked legally?
Yes,
That's the end of the story, sir. You're
end of
not
the story.
supposed to hit things.
Right, but you're making the assumption that I did it for an intent. There was no intent.
No, sir, that's not true. That is
Yeah,
not
reckless,
true.
reckless driving is
That
with
is
intent.
not true. I'm making no assumptions as to intent.
No, no,
In the
no, no.
civil infraction,
No, no,
there
hold on,
is no
hold on a
element
second.
of intent.
Hold on one second.
No
I'm not saying
civil
no,
infractions
no, hold on,
don't
sir.
have an element. No, you hold on.
Okay, I will.
Just stop talking and maybe we'll figure out what you're really doing here.
Okay,
Civil infractions do not have an element of intent. Crimes have an element of intent, or else negligence that's so very gross that it's culpable. Civil infractions don't have intent.
okay,
Civil infractions are mistakes. Obviously, you didn't drive into a stationary object on purpose.
right.
You're not trying to commit suicide at 1:30 in the morning in the streets of the city of Royal Oak.
Right.
But you hit a car that was parked. That's driving without due care and caution.
The ticket that I received was for reckless driving.
The ticket that you received says drove without due care and or caution accident.
What I was told I was being cited for was for
We're not
reckless
talking
driving.
about what you were told. You told me what you were ticketed for. I'm reading the ticket. It says drove without due care and or caution, comma, accident. That's the infraction for which you're clearly responsible. Fine and cost is $175. We're done.
Thank you.
Yeah, so many people want to come into traffic court and argue with the magistrate or the judge. And most people don't really understand what they're arguing. The Yeah, that guy was wrong. He hit a car. There's nothing else to say. So yeah, like let's keep arguing with the magistrate. You're not getting out of it. Why did he say he wasn't responsible though? Anyways, let's move on. This next one is only about a 45-second clip. I just threw this in here to separate the traffic cases. This one's wild. Enjoy.
Yeah, I did it. I don't need no bond. Have a good day.
Thank you for the camera.
All right.
What's your name?
Angel Ruby.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Might as well just make a week with this. Can't shit with this. Thank you.
All right. Your bond is $10,000. You've been charged with false report of a crime and possession of illegal contraband as an inmate. Your next court date is February 24th. All right, sir?
All right.
All right.
Short and sweet. That guy's like, I don't care. Just tell. I don't know. I'm just here because they're telling me to be here. That's it. I did it. Bye. You know. Again, sometimes they're funny. All right, next one, traffic case. This one's a little weirder. Has to do with the Dream Cruise event in Michigan. I hear this cited by a lot of judges when I'm watching court. I don't know what this Dream Cruise thing is. I know it has something to do with cars, but apparently there's just a lot of cars driving up and down certain streets. Nicer cars, I'm guessing. This guy's a little older, and what he is cited for, I mean, I kind of believe him. I don't think they have the right guy. You let me know. Oh, sorry, that was a weird way to say that. Let me know what you think.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Colleen, something's not on.
Well, can I sit there?
You're fine. The problem was at my end.
Okay, all right, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so this ticket is D450256 was issued on the 17th of August at about 12:21 in the afternoon. Woodward at Catalpa. You were cited for squealing tires. You've got the option to admit or to deny responsibility, as well as the option to admit responsibility with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed, sir?
Well, I think that the officer got the wrong person.
Are you, therefore, you're denying responsibility?
Yeah,
If you'd raise your right hands, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
I do.
I do.
Okay, the officer will testify first, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On August 17th of 2024, it was Dream Cruise weekend. I was assigned to the motor unit, Sweep Team 1. We were in charge of the medians, looking for traffic violations. We had a zero tolerance for squealing tires, drag racing, speeding, etc. We parked our motors on the median at the post site directly across from the PetSmart to let our motors cool down due to the heat. We were standing there, had multiple issues with crowd control over by the PetSmart there for people asking for drivers to do burnouts and squealer tires, things like that. While we were standing there, we watched it was a 1970 green Chevy, older car, did a burnout in front of the crowd. There was smoke, a little bit of smoke coming off the back of the tires. Got back on my motor. Due to the heavy traffic, it was pretty easy to catch up to the vehicle. I stopped the vehicle in front of Cruiser Mirror, made contact with the defendant, explained the reason why I was stopping him, and that we have a zero tolerance in regards to any squealing tires during the Dream Cruise weekend. He was not happy with what I had to say or the citation, which is understandable. However, I gave him the citation, and when I pulled away and did the Michigan U-turn to get back with my motor team, he did speed away, squealing his tires for a second time.
No, I didn't.
It's your turn now to testify, Mr. Bowley.
Well, yeah, like he was saying, I just know that the light turned green, traffic in front of me took off. A few minutes later, the police lit their lights, so I pulled over on the first side street. He explained to me, oh, you know why I pulled you over? No. And then he said I was squealing my tires, but I don't think it was me. I think it was the guy behind me.
Was the guy behind you driving a 1970 green Chevy?
Yeah, no, that's my car. Yeah, that part's right. But as far as to squealing my tires and all that, no, I don't think I don't think he got the right person. Then he said I squealed him again, taking off. I didn't do that.
Well, the officer was positioned in the middle of Woodward Avenue, not by an accident or by luck or chance, but that's where they were to watch the issues. Now, the PetSmart, if I'm not mistaken, is considerably north of the light at Northwood Boulevard.
I believe yes, it is, Your Honor.
And
Or it's just south of Catalpa. It's right at Catalpa and Woodward there, sir.
well, Catalpa is the 11.5 where the stop was.
Yeah.
But you testified that the squealing tires was across the street from PetSmart.
Correct. Yeah, that's where our post site was, and
Is PetSmart just north of Northwood Boulevard then by a block or two?
Yes, I believe it is. Yes, if I got it correct, yes.
And there is no traffic light by the PetSmart. The traffic light southbound is the next traffic light from that point south of Webster is at Northwood Boulevard.
Yes, yes. And there in that area, it was gridlock traffic.
Right.
I could have walked up there.
But Mr. Povey's testimony was that when he left the green light, that somebody else was smoking them. It wasn't him, but that wasn't the point at which you observed him to be doing the burnout with the smoke. But that the burnout with the smoke that you saw was by PetSmart.
Where he was.
That's at least several hundred yards from the traffic scene.
Well, yeah, it was gridlock traffic, but where it was right in front of where the squeal in the tire was in front of PetSmart. Right in front of the building, correct.
So the point that you testified to, the location where your testimony was focused was not the location that Mr. Povey spoke to when he spoke to leaving the green light and somebody else burning out the tires. That had nothing to do with his stop. His stop had to do with something that occurred several hundred yards north of the traffic light at Northwood Boulevard, which is the next one south of Webster. So we're talking apples and oranges here, Mr. Povey. And
well, there was an abundance of officers all up and down Woodward, and I could clearly see them. And I'm really not that stupid just to be smoking my tires in front of a group of police.
Well, there's a whole lot of smoking tires going on at the drink cruise.
Yeah, I know. And I know that you're not supposed to do that because there's kids and people and everything. And if someone comes bolting out in front of me, then it would be catastrophic. It would be
A whole lot of those people that are right on the curb are encouraging you to do the burnout. They enjoy it. They want to see it. Some of them are even putting bleach down on the pavement for you to get more smoke.
That's true. Yeah, they throw water.
And so it's real easy to get caught up in the moment. And this happened right smack in front of the officer. He saw what he saw. And
well, he said he was over in the median.
Well, he can't be in the middle of the street and be stationary. That's where the road at that point is 4 lanes wide on each side, and he's watching. That's the only thing he was looking for is the whole drain cruise thing with the traffic being virtually gridlocked. He's watching for the kind of infractions that occur at the drain cruise. And those infractions are smoking tires, doing the burnouts, which are part of a recreational pattern. But that is what it is. The bottom line is he was in a perfect position to see what he saw and believe he saw what he saw. And on that basis, I have to find you responsible. The fine is $130. And it can be paid online or by mail, or you can pay it at the courthouse if that's more convenient to you.
Well, I had missed my first Zoom meeting, so
you've paid a bond.
Yeah, I came up to the court, to the clerk there.
And the bond applies. You will get, and apparently there were 2 different hearings missed. There was a hearing 2nd, and then a hearing set for December 2nd. And neither one of those occurred. So they charged you a $45 default fee on each one. So that went to $90 in default fee. So of the $220 you paid, you will get $130 applied to the ticket. So there is no further payment required of you. We'll just apply the bond.
So I
And that
gave
will
the
do it.
court, I gave the court $220.
Yes. There's a
And
$45 default fee when a person fails to come to court. That happened twice. It happened on the October 2nd and then on December 2nd. And you're here today, so here we're just addressing the issue of the infraction that was issued back in August on the 17th. So that's it. You're all set here today. Thank you.
All right, that's it. Yeah. I don't know. He just doesn't seem like the guy that was wheel his tires. At least not on purpose. Maybe he did on accident. I don't know. The officer being stationary and just watching for people doing it, it'd be kind of hard to miss, especially in a unique car. What do you say, a 1970s? Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like that kind of guy. And he was kind of confused about it. Oh well. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all I got. Please hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Until next time, bye.